Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne, and I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. This is the weekly psychic prediction for the week of February 2nd through February 9th of 2025. We are going to be doing a deck review of Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and then we're going to be doing the weekly psychic prediction with the Mystic Art Medicine deck. So let's get cracking into this deck. This is a deck that I sell on my website, which is linked in every single video I post. But in case you miss it, it's elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. This one I have on the website considerably cheaper than what it retails for. So it retails for $24.99. I'm selling it for $18.99. So go check that out on the website if you're interested. Wisdom of the Hidden Realms is a deck by Colette Baron-Reid. Colette Baron-Reid has a whole host of decks that she has put out through Hay House. This is a 44 card deck. It does come with a book. It is an oracle deck, meaning it is not a tarot deck that has 78 cards in it. This has 44 oracle cards. Once again, put out by Hay House. And let's crack into it. Let's pull out the book first. This is a little bit of an older deck. It has been around for quite a while. You'll see copyright 2009. So that's how long it's been out for. She does talk about how to use the deck in the beginning of the book, and then she gets into the actual card itself. And for this deck, it is approximately 2.5, 3 to 4 pages per card in the book. Okay. This one does have reversals. It's up to you whether you want to use reversals or not. I don't in this deck, but it does give it in the book as to how to read it that way. Meaning, is it this way or is it this way? So this way is called an ally. This way is called a challenger in the book. There is a card in here that talks about the illustrator, gives websites, gives all of that type of stuff. This is the back of each and every card. This deck does have something I don't like. and this isn't exclusive to Colette. It has nothing to do with Colette. It is what Hay House does sometimes. They do this ridiculous gold on the edge of cards. When you very first get a deck, now this is a lot older, but when you very first get a deck and it has either the gold or the silver on it, when you use it and you go like this, and then you touch your face, you're covered in that dust. It drives me insane. I don't like it. My deck is going to be published very shortly, and it will not have this. I don't like it. It gets all over you. It gets all over your hands. And when it comes off the cards, it's not as shiny looking. I have said so many times how much I detest the gold and the silver on the edge of cards. It looks pretty for like 1 second. And then you have to crack the deck apart by doing this. When I had a shop, people would come in and say, could you please separate these for me? Because of the gold or whatever, cards would stick together. And the trick is you take your cards and you go like this. So if you're buying a deck from me, they're going to be stuck together. And this is what you do. You bend your cards back and forth like this, and you're going to hear it cracking apart. It is not ruining the cards. It is not ruining the deck. It is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. That is what it is, but that's how you do it. People would say to me, please open this deck up and separate them for me. And I would do that. I'd have no problem. And you just keep working through and just keep adding more and just keep bending them like this. And then you'll be able to sort of peel them apart from each other. Not every deck is as sticky as some of the others are. So you might have zero problems with yours. And if you do run into a problem, that's how you deal with it. I don't like the gold edge. I've said that for years. If you've watched me for years, you know I hate it because it gets all over. I have glue all over my fingers right now. But I've been doing art. But, you know, it gets all over you. And, you know, if you're somewhere doing readings and you touch your face, you're covered in gold glitter. Now, if I want to put gold glitter on my face, I'll put gold glitter on my face. Not this. Okay. That is my biggest complaint about this deck. Other than that, let's get cracking into the good stuff about this deck. It's a really pretty deck. It's easy to read. It's easy to use. The numbers on the cards coordinate with the numbers in the book. So it's easy to use if you're getting started and you want to use the book. Clearly, I've never really used the book because it was in pristine condition. So this one is number 29. It's the Phoenix. It's all about resurrection, surrender to change. These are a great weight card and they're a great size card. It is a typical standard size for a Hay House card deck. Size and weight, all of that is very typical for Hay House. Number 34, the Winged Wise Ones, angelic help, miraculous aid. Number 12, the Eagle King, the big picture, angelic help. So mine are all mixed up because this is an active in use deck for me. Number 43, the Word Lord, communication, praise, dishonesty. Number 17, Sisters of the Season, cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. These are very, very pretty. Number 18, Gaia's Garden, fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. Number 3, the Spirit Whisperer, divine guidance, higher knowledge. I love that one. I think that's so pretty. Number 19, the Desert Prince, survival, false promises. Number 28, the Ice Queen, ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement. Number 11, the Hawk Prince, spirit communication, paying attention. Number 32, the Sun Dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. Number 41, the Cosmos, creativity, vastness. Number 40, the Fire Prince, optimism, aggression. Number 7, the Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. Lots of owls within this one. I like all those sort of winged things. 30, the Chess Queen, trust, strategizing. Number 6, the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. Number 4, the Web Weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. Number 14, the Hungry Ghosts, obsessions, scarcity, consciousness, attachment. Number 21, the Wise Woman of Wonderland, integrity, compromise. Isn't that cute? Number 1, the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration. Number 15, the Queen of Light, illumination, entitlement, celebration. I love that. Number 35, the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes shock, total paragon shift. Number 13, the Swan Queen. Transformation, intuition, and patience. Number 37, the Metal King. Discipline, armor, boundaries. 22, the Resting Tree. Patience and stillness. If you're noticing in this deck, this is one thing that I love about this deck. This deck has positives and negatives in it. I find that to be a reality for life. This is very applicable to do an actual true reading with this deck. I like this deck. This deck is in probably my top 20 favorites. I do keep it right here at my desk to use. When I'm doing readings, I do readings with 20 plus decks for one reading, and I have over 150 decks right here to pull from. This is one of those. I own 550 plus decks, and those are somewhere else. The other ones, other than the 150, are right here at my fingertips, literally. And this is one of those that stays at my fingertips because I do like this deck a lot. I do use it a lot. Number 16, the Shadow Queen. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. That's one that I'm talking about. Positives. And then this one, it's showing reality of the flip side. This is the cover art, as you can see. The Altar Priestess. Preparation, prayer, and sacred ritual. And FYI, that mysteriously does look like Colette Baron Reid. Number 10, the Arrow Master. Hitting the mark, intention, and detachment. Number 24, the Mapmaker of Destiny. Authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. Number 26, the Rainbow Prince. Compensation and perseverance. I love that one. Number 5, the Spiral Dancer. I can't even read that word right. Circuitous root and perception. I butchered it. Sorry. Number 36, the River Queen. Flow, letting go. Natural movement. Number 38, the Keeper of the Scales. Fairness and balance. Number 9, the Ringmaster of Scrutiny. Discernment, clear vision, and details. Number 20, the Lady of the Gift. Generosity, receiving, and withholding. 31, the Prison Waif. Self-sabotage, poverty, consciousness. This is another one that's in that negative aspect. And when you're doing readings, if you want to be an effective reader, you want positive and negative cards. And that's what this deck obviously has. 44, the Lady of the Mirror. Reflection, non-judgment. 23, the Dragon's Duel. Inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. 42, the Horse King. Assistance and control. 8, the Dream Walker. Dreams, the collective good, and illusions. Number 25, the Eyes of Beauty. Positive expectations and clarity. Number 27, the Sacred Union. Partnership and romance. Number 33, the Camel Boy. Small steps and asking for help. Last but not least, the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selfishness, selflessness, humility, and conscious action. That's number 2. All right, so we are going to pull from this deck as well for some insight into this week. So this is the week of February 2nd through February 9th of 2025. We have had so much going on that we're we're going to need some insight. But also, we're going to need a heads up on what's coming for this week ahead. And that's what I like to do here on these weekly videos that I post every Sunday. What is in store for this week? We need a little bit of a heads up. We need a little bit of a guidance, especially with all the stuff that's been going on lately. So let's pull a couple cards with this deck, and then I'm going to pull some with the Mystic Art Medicine cards. So the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth and true prosperity. And I'm going to pull a couple. We're gonna just pull a bunch of cards this week. Okay, so we have the card of wealth and prosperity, but then we also have the card of the Lady of Lightning, surprises and sometimes shock. And then we have the Metal King, which is all about discipline, armor, and boundaries. The reason I'm not reading these individually is because I wanted to get the full picture. And then now that I have the full picture, I can tell you the story of what the cards are saying. And this is how I do that. We can be very prosperous, and we can have all of the abundant, wonderful things that we want around us. That is what we are desiring. That is what we are manifesting. That is what we have had in the past. But going forward, there's going to be a lot of surprises, and there's going to be a shock. It is not going to be what we have been used to. It is going to be shaken up, because where we are going is we need to set our boundaries, because they are definitely not what we have been experiencing in the past. When we are establishing new boundaries, that is because we need to put up what is within our highest and best good. When somebody is overstepping our boundaries, they're taking away what we have been manifesting and putting into our reality. What we dream, we can become. But when there is this lightning that comes in, is that shock to take things away, we need to establish our boundaries to say, whoa, 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 whoa. That is not okay that you are coming in and doing that. You need to have a little bit of grace with how you handle yourself going forward. Sometimes we need to break things down and see with the eyes of a sweet, innocent child. We need to look at things from a new perspective so that we can manifest our deepest collective, highest and best power in order to step forward to have our breakthrough. This is going to be a week of psychic intuition. People are going to be, this is the Mystic Art Medicine cards, people are going to be really having some amazing insights as to what is coming. It doesn't mean the information is going to be amazing. It is going to be the insight, and the ability to have the insight is going to be amazing, because we are having our boundaries toppled over, stepped on, and crushed. We need to, it's almost like we have to have the grace to deal with the children, a new way of looking at things, but dealing with that childishness, because we need to bring on our deepest power, our deepest abilities, our deepest way that we can approach things, like from a heart level, so we can have our breakthroughs, we can have our insights, we can have that ability to see what might happen and what might be. I'm telling you, this is another troubling week ahead. This is establishing boundaries, establishing what it is that you know, establishing who you are, and being true to yourself with that grace, with the way that you handle yourself. Meaning, you don't need to lose your cool every step of the way, because there's going to be a lot of steps along that way, and you don't need to lose your cool for every single one of them. This is going to be a rough week. We can get through it if we keep our head about us, establish what our boundaries are, and know this week is only 7 days. Just keep that in mind. But this is saying we can get through it. This is saying that we will get through it because we always carry ourselves with grace. But we have to establish those boundaries, and then we're going to be able to have those psychic breakthroughs to be able to give us that level of insight that we need. And what that means is that gut feeling, that gut instinct. You all know, you all have insight. You all have that gut feeling. You need to trust it. Believe it and trust it. This is a week of trusting in self. Yeah. Can't necessarily trust in everybody else if you need to establish ground, if you need to reestablish boundaries, but knowing that you have the insight of what's what will help you. Wow, cool. Very interesting. So I'm thinking of doing some additional videos going forward on some psychic insight into specific events, like whether it be political commentary or events that are taking place within the country, the world, etc. Since I'm based out of the US, it will be mostly US based commentary, preparedness, and what you can do to be ready for things if I'm seeing things coming down the pike, if I'm seeing reasons that you need to prepare, different things like that. Very different than doing the weekly psychic prediction. This will be talking about very specific events, very specific things that are unfolding and happening. So if that's something you're interested in, leave me a comment and let me know if that's something you'd be interested in watching. Maybe eventually I would like to interview fellow psychics, but to start off with, it would be just me talking about my insights on things. I've been approached a lot lately by my fellow psychics on my opinion on different things and different occurrences and things that are happening. So if my fellow psychic friends are reaching out, I'm assuming that would mean that you all would have the same questions and want the same insight. So I'm thinking of doing a little bit more political commentary and current events commentary, etc. So if that's something you'd be interested in addition to the weekly psychic predictions, let me know. Something I'm thinking about, something I'm being drawn to do. So, yeah, like to know what you think about it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. I do post a video every single day, and I post a psychic prediction every single Sunday. And if you're interested in a private reading or you're interested in purchasing a deck, you can check out my website, elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. It's always linked in every single video. You can find me on Facebook, Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. You can find me on Instagram, Chrisanne1234. And you can find me on Blue Sky, Chrisanne1234. And of course, here on YouTube as well, every single day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.